Hello and welcome to another session on using Blender for video editing. Today we're going to talk about how to create your own custom transitions using what we've learned so far about the mask modifier. A transition is basically some kind of animation where you start off with a totally black scene and then it becomes completely white over time. So let's take that understanding now and try to create something that you can't get out of the box with Blender. Okay, so here in my scene, I've got the two video strips on the bottom that we're going to be transitioning to. We're going to transition from this video strip to this video strip. And this color strip here, this represents where that transition is going to happen. Now, because I know what I want to do will require multiple color strips, I am going to start this by turning this into a meta strip. So I have the color strip selected. And I'm just going to go ahead and press Ctrl G to turn that into a meta strip. Okay, and now once we have it as a meta strip, I can just press the Tab key to enter the meta strip. And from here, we'll start building out our animation. What I want to happen is that the bottom third of the video starts appearing across, and then the middle third will start appearing going the other way. And then finally, the top third will appear. So that means I'm going to need 3 color strips. I've already got my first one. I'm going to start by making it white. I want it to go from, this first one to go from left to right, so I will have to enable image offset. I'll enable image crop because I only want each of these color strips will just be a third of the height. As you can see over here under the properties, it's a 1280 by 720 scene. So that means I need to change, I'm going to set the image crop here to be 720 divided by 3, but multiplied by 2. That gives me a height of 1/3. I'll jump to the beginning of that strip and I want it to go from left to right. That means I need it to have a starting X offset of minus 1280. And I will hit the I key to set the keyframe there. I'm going to go ahead and change this back to the graph editor just to make sure it's the kind of interpolation that I want. So at about a third of the way through here, because the meta strip is going from this line here over to this line there, basically the length of this strip, that's about a third. So at this point, I want the color strip to be fully visible, so I set image offset to 0. Press I to set the keyframe on that, and I'll look over here, and that looks good to me. Okay. So now I need another color strip, the middle one. What I'm going to do is just duplicate this by pressing the Shift and the D, letter D, so it's basically capital D there to duplicate, and I will position it here. It already has some keyframes. I don't want that, so I'll right-click and say Clear Keyframes. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color here, because what I found is that it's easier to see what you're doing when you're working with multiple color strips to build out your transition. It's easier to have them as different colors to start, so you know you can visually and easily tell what it is you're animating at the time. And then once you're happy with everything, then you change all of the color strips back to white. So I'll have this one as blue. And I need to adjust the Y. It needs to be up in the middle, so that's 240. I know this because I've already practiced this. And this one's going to go from right to left, so that means the first keyframe here is going to be with an X value of 1280. Press the I key, and I'm going to say that at about this point here in the timeline, that's when that animation should finish. So I'll set it to 0 there. Press the I key, and so if I just scrub across now, you'll see it goes that, and then it does that, and the white disappeared, and that's because I need to go up here and change blend to overdrop. There we go. Press page, actually not page up, I'll press the up key to jump to that keyframe, which is, I need to come back down here to see that. There we go. All right, and now the last color strip, the last bar across the top. So I will duplicate this again, Shift D to get that, and then I'll just position it right there. And I can tell that's the right spot because of the X offset field is colored yellow. And I'm going to change this to red, and I need to position this another 240, just times 2 to get 480. All right. And this one is going to go from, where's it going to go? It's going to go left to right. That's what I want. Okay. So again, delete keyframes, and this is going to be starting at minus 1280. Set the keyframe, and then I just need to jump to the end here. And oops, not the end, I guess the end, I'll use page up to get to the end there, and back it up 1. And now I set that to 0. And the keyframe, and let's just hit the play button. Let me set a preview here. Press P to draw a preview range, and hit the play button just to look at that. So, okay, that looks fine to me. So I just need to adjust the colors now. So this needs to be 1, 1, 1, and same thing with the blue strip is 1, 1, 1. There we go. And that's it. So I can press Tab to get out of the meta strip. And now I have my animation there. I need to hide this. We don't want to see it. So hide that, and now right click to select the video strip that's going to get this as the modifier. You go to Add, Strip Modifier, Mask, and click in this empty area and select that strip, that meta strip we've just been building out. And now if I hit the play button, we have our custom transition. So it really is as simple as that once you know how. You just need to build out something that goes from black to white and however you want to do it. So now a few other things to tell you about. If you like what you did and you think you're going to be using that all over the place and it takes more than a couple of minutes, you can save it. I mean, as a meta strip, of course, we know that you can just copy and paste that to a different part of your project. But what you can also do is export that as a set of PNG images that you can easily import into any project. So let's do that really quickly. I'll hit this stop, and I will show this because we want to export that out. So I'll click that eyeball on it again. And we need to set our frame range now. So I'll take that preview off, and I will, down here, I'll press the S key. This is the starting point for the set of frames that we want to render out. Press page up and then back up 1. Okay, and press E here. So this section here, I'll just hit the play. This is what we're going to render out. So stop that, and I'll switch this back to properties. And I will scroll down over here and pick a location for it. So I will go down to speed drive, temp, in transitions, and I'll create a new one. I'll call this new transition. Press get into that folder, hit accept, and now I just need to scroll up and hit animation. And within a few seconds, I have my set of images that I can easily import into any other project and use it as my custom transition. I can just quickly show that now. If I go over to here, like over here, I can have these ones already set up for that. Well, for a normal wipe, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to this point. In fact, actually, I don't even have to. I can put this anywhere I want. Like I could have it over here and just add it at this point here, right? Because that's one bonus of using a mask modifier, is that you don't need to have the end of the first strip and the beginning of the second strip overlapping at that point. You can have it set, you can have them wherever you want. So this is my new transition. Press the A key to select all of these image files, add image strip, and then I need to hide that and select the strip that we're transitioning to, add strip modifier, mask, click on that, click on the image set, and there we go. And I hit the play button, and you can see there, that's the same transition we have by using the set of files, image files that we exported. And while we're at it, let me just show you a few others that I've done. So I am going to, I need to delete that and I'll position here again, and I will add another set of images. Here's one with a bunch of, it's called bubbles. Okay, so I just took some circles, you can see here, took some circles and I just had them all increasing in size. So let's see what that looks like. I'll go up to strip and hide that. I will click on this one and I will set this as the new mask modifier. And then I'll just set the preview range to be over here and hit the play button. So, and there you go. So that was a very straightforward thing to do. Just had to have the circle image. But yeah, you can mix and match. You can use color strips. You can bring in images and animate those, whatever you want. Just knowing the concept of going from black to white, and that's the transition. That's pretty much all you need to know. So there you go. That's it. How to make your own custom transitions inside of Blender. I hope you liked that. If you did, please do give a like and subscribe so you can see more content. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.